Okay, ambiguous. When you say something ambiguous, so you say something is vague. Vague when something is unclear. Here, having more than one possible meaning. When you say something has which meaning you mean, it's ambiguous. So unclear, very simple meaning. It's what? Unclear. So ambiguous means unclear. Bypass means to avoid something. Avoid, okay? So be away from that. Avoid that. Number 3, disposition means a personal, usual mood. Disposition also means tendency. Okay? What's your tendency towards something? What you wish to do, what you want to do, what you like to do, what you prefer. A personal or a person's usual mood, like his nature is what? So if I said somebody is always angry, I say his disposition, or anger is his disposition. Fervent, the next word, characterized by intense emotion. Fervent means intense emotion. If somebody is emotionally irritated, okay? When emotionally excited. Let's say emotionally excited. If somebody is emotionally excited, so you say he isn't fervent. Either you are angry or you are annoyed or whatever. So irony, when I say irony, it means incongruity between what might be expected and what occurs. Irony means something you expect, okay? So you expect something, while something different happened. This is irony, okay? Or you say something, but you mean something different. Like when you say somebody is generous, but you mean the opposite. This is irony. Or you expect your parent will give you a present, but he gave you just 10 reals or 10 pounds. Okay, so irony means something you expect, but something different happened. Lucid means very clear. Lucid means what? Very clear. Here it is, easily understandable. So if the lesson is very easy, I can describe the lesson as lucid. Peak, a feeling of irritation or resentment. Both words means anger. Okay? Irritation, it's from irritated. If somebody is irritated, he is angry. If somebody is resented, he is angry. So the feeling of anger is peak. Okay? Quell means to suppress or crush completely. Suppress means put somebody under stress, or suppress something means stress something when you push on somebody or something strongly. Quell, rhetorical, well studied in writing, related to using language effectively. Xenophobia, a fear of foreigners or strangers. This meaning is clear. Okay, I need you all to read the words quickly. Khalid, start reading aloud, please, all the words without meaning, ya Khalid. Just read the words.
Okay. Ambiguous, piebus, disposition, fervent, irony, lucid, Mr.
Peak,
Yeah, peak,
yes.
quill, rhetorical, xenophobia.
Thank you. Alia, read. Alia. Habiba, can you read?
Yes. Ambiguous, past, disposition, fervent, irony,
Irony,
irony. Um,
lucid,
lucid,
yes.
equal, rhetorical,
Xenophobia,
xenophobia.
yes. Thank you. Anas,
Yes,
Anas,
yes, mister.
read.
Number the last one.
No, read the list without the meaning.
Okay, relating to using language effectively.
Anas, I said read the whole list of the words from the beginning.
Um, like the list or the sentence.
The list.
Uh,
This.
ambiguous, bypass,
Mm,
bypass, uh, disposition,
mhm,
fervent, irony,
yes.
isis,
Lucid.
lucid, lucid, liquid,
Peak.
pickle,
Peak.
peak, gel,
Well.
what?
Well.
Wow. Okay. Read, 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 rhetorical,
Rhetorical.
rhetorical, xenophobia,
Xenophobia.
xenophobia.
Yes. Thank you. Hala,
Yes.
read.
Ambiguous, bypass, disposition, fervent, irony, lucid, peak,
Peak.
quell, peak, quell,
Rhetorical.
rhetoric,
Yes. Rhetorical.
xenophobia.
Xenophobia. Thank you. It seems that Habiba is not able to use her mic. Am I right, Habiba? Habiba or Alia? Sorry, Alia, I hope. Alia, are you able to use your mic? Okay, I guess you can't. Thank you. Look, brothers, when I give you a task to study at home, it doesn't mean I give you to answer it only, okay? So answering the task, it's not only success, even if you answered it correctly. So, for example, I gave you 10 new words, and I gave you some exercises following these words. Okay, do you think I give you the task to only match the words? Logically, no. Logically, no. I gave you the words unscrambled with the meanings to be able to study them. So I gave you to study. You should memorize them and use them. The last time I gave you some vocabulary, I wrote a note at the end of the page. Vocabulary is the major element of language. Without vocabulary, there is no English. Your level in English will not be developed without vocabulary. So please, 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 again, I repeat, please focus on vocabulary. The words I give to you, or even your own word bank. Create your own bank in your notebook. Okay? Anytime I give you a word, you must study it. Okay? You must learn it. You must use it. Okay? Any word and anywhere I give you a word, write down it in your notebook. The word and its meaning. Understand it. If you don't understand the meaning, ask. Okay? I recommend everybody you to use a dictionary. So please, please, okay, when you read, especially, Your dictionary must be your friend.
Mr. Francis,
Wait. Yes.
I'm now working at a booklet, like or at a dictionary book or a vocabulary book. I made
Okay.
it for like 2 minutes. I joined it, lesson 1 and lesson 2. Now I'm waiting for lesson 3 to join this word in my vocabulary book.
Good job. This is what I mean exactly. So each one of you must have his own dictionary, your word bank. Name it like this: my own word bank, my own expressions, my own idioms. Okay?
Vocabulary book, grade 7 أنا سامع.
Anas, please mute your microphone. Okay. The second part of the lesson. Here, you see the screen, right? Now you see the vocabulary part. Okay. Malik is here.
Yes, Mr. I'm here.
Okay, welcome back. Welcome. Vocabulary, this is the group words or the word bank. You will need them in your next task in reading. Let's read these vocabulary. Ambivalent. The first word is what? Ambivalent, which means hesitant or undecided. When you have two or more than two decisions. Like imagine that somebody wants to go to the park. Oh, should I go? No, I want to go to school. No, I want to go to my friend's house. So he can't decide what to choose. So we named him as what? Hesitant. So if I described you as ambivalent, it means you are what? Hesitant, which means undecided, or let's say can't decide what to do. Number 2, prickle. Prickle means to sting. Sting, like when the ant stings you, or when the scorpion stings somebody, or stab slightly. So if I said prickle, it means stab you. Stab means to push somebody with like a hurtful substance, like a knife, okay, like a sword. So if you said stab, it means to stab him with a knife or with a sword, or even when you stab your friend when you're kidding with him, with your pen, with your pencil, to hit him in his arm or in his shoulder. So prickle means to sting or to stab slightly. 3, sway means swing. And this word, imagine the swing that you are playing with. Swing, which is mean unstable. Okay, unstable because the sway or the swing is not stable, moving right, moving left, moving up and moving down. The same meaning is stagger. Stagger means to swing or to lurch. These words have the same meaning. Okay, so have a look on these words: ambivalent, hesitant, prickle, sting or stab, sway, to swing, stagger, to swing or lurch. Any question about these 4 words before I go further? Or the meaning is clear?
No, the meaning is clear, Mr.
All?
Yes.
Okay, next word. Instinct. It means your natural sense. Natural sense means what we do by our nature. By our nature, like the baby cries when he hears his mom's sound. This is his nature, so this is his instinct. Okay? The baby always cries if somebody else carried him. because he knows exactly the hands of his mom. So this is instinct, or this is nature. So what we do by our nature, it's instinct. Humble. Fumble means handle awkwardly. When you deal with something, in an unsuitable way, okay, or in wrong way. When you deal with something with a wrong way, it means you handle it awkwardly. So it means fumble. 5. Batter or battered means to strike or to beat. Strike means to hit or crash into something, and beat, the meaning of beat is clear. When you beat somebody, it means you hit him. Okay? So batter means to strike or to beat. Reverent. Reverent. Deep respect. If somebody or something should receive a great respect, you can say or describe it as reverent. So you say, this statue is reverent, or we deal with this statue reverently. It means in a great respect. Next, clutch. Clutch means to grip or to hold. It's easy, clear. Rascal is villain. If somebody is wicked, okay, or mischievous. So it's described as rascal. If somebody is mischievous, means his nature is bad. Okay, he is ill-mannered. Ill-mannering. It means he deals with people with a rude behavior. So he is villain or rascal. Vanish means to disappear. Soggy means humid or wet. Is there anything? The last word, devour. Devour. Like if somebody, especially it's related to the word eat. If somebody is very hungry and eating everything in front of him, the meal, so you can describe as he is devouring the meal.
Mister, I can't understand the meaning of rascal.
Risk?
No, rascal.
Ah, rascal. Okay, we'll say it. Devour again means to consume. Consume. If somebody consumed the whole meal, so he eating it strongly, you can say he devoured the meal. Or devour also can mean tear to pieces. Okay, for rascal. Rascal Malik is the opposite of the word good
Okay.
or charity. The opposite, not the meaning. Okay?
Uh,
It's the opposite of the word.
I didn't understand fumble.
Which word?
Fumble.
Fumble.
Yes.
Okay. We said fumble means what? You are supposed to deal with this task successfully, but you didn't, so you fumbled it. You understand what I mean? I mean, you're supposed to answer 2 plus 5 minus 1 equals, I don't know by the way, but imagine 2, 5, 1, 4 equal 4, okay? If you misanswered the question, so you fumbled it. If you misdealt with any task, you fumbled it. You understand it now?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Mister,
I
I have a
hope,
question.
yes.
The word batter or strike or beat. What
Mhm.
is the word that you wrote next to it?
What is the word that comes next to it?
No, you wrote a word next to the meaning.
Aha. Word next to the meaning, which is hit.
Yeah. It is hit. Yeah, I didn't.
Yes, hit, H-I-T.
It wasn't clear enough.
Aha, yeah, you're right. It's similar to hot. Okay, fine. Have a look at the meaning of the words here now. We'll give you a minute because I'm going to give you a task to use these words in sentence. So,
All of them?
no, 5 of them.
Mr. Yeah, we like we are going to take the word from these words and then put it in a sentence.
Yes, but I selected the 5 words for you.
Oh, okay.
So have a quick look, accurate look at the screen. And I hope you understand the meaning of all of these words. You have a minute to finish reading. Khalid, take a screenshot and send it into the group, please. Khalid? Or Malik? Anybody?
Okay.
Okay, thank you. Good job, Anas and Alia. Thank you. It may be helpful for you while we write. Thank you. Okay, let's go to the task. I need you to look at this website because maybe we'll use it repeatedly later. Okay, here's the link of the task. You'll go to this link, follow this link. Okay, look, using this website is easy. I'm pretty sure that most of you know how to use it. Am I right? Padlet.
No, Mr. I think it's my first time to use it. I think.
Okay, easy. By the way, all what you'll do is to press on this button, add the plus mark here. Okay. You don't see my screen?
No, I see it.
Okay, here you see this purple. Is it purple or
Nice.
what?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Press on it, then you will be able to write your answer here. Once you finish writing, press publish. That's all. Your answer is delivered. Okay.
Yeah.
You can start your answers now. Hey, now you're ready to understand how to use this website. It's easy. Or you can even double here like this. You can start writing it. Double click on the screen, anywhere on the screen, you will be able to use it. Okay. Start using the following words in meaningful sentences. So start, please. Alia, Anas, Habiba, Hala, Khalid, Malik. Now all of you are ready to use it?
Yes, Master.
Yes.
Okay, start. If anybody has any problem, use the chat box to answer.
Mister, what are the words that we are going to use?
Here it is in the list, this group.
We will read the
Okay.
meaning, right?
No, use them in sentence.
Okay.
Devour, rascal, stagger, reverent, ambivalent. Okay? Quickly, please. Hey everybody, I prefer to write your name above your answer. One, my friend clutched my phone. Okay, yeah, Anas. And don't publish only one sentence. Write the 5 in one time. Okay. The lions devoured their prey. Who was that? Name, please.
Khalid.
Okay, Khalid, thank you. And Muhammad, oh, Alia, sorry. He devoured everything on his plate out of hunger. Excellent. Continue. Only one sentence is being written. Yes, I caught those little rascals dressing up in my clothes. This Khalid again.
Mr. How
Who-
do I name myself?
You name yourself?
No, I can't name myself. How do I name?
Oh, above. There is 2 cells to write, one for name and one for the text. As look at the
Yeah,
screen, ya
okay.
Khalid.
Yes,
You got
I
it?
found. Yeah.
Yes. Hala, if they had, they would devour all who passed near them. This is Hala. Okay, the rascal was caught after stealing the purse. Correct. Good job, yeah, Alia. Thank you. Anas, you only sent one. Continue, please. Frank was ambivalent. Frank was ambivalent about his breakup with Jane. Who was that?
Me.
Malik.
Yes.
Okay, good job. Continue, ya Malik. Thank you.
Mr. I sent all of them.
All of them
Yeah, the خويف.
in one message.
No, it's not in one message. In 3 drafts.
Okay, 3 padlets, but with no name. None of them including name.
I wrote one with my name. It's
Yeah,
the first one.
she
Yes.
staggered over the sofa. Okay.
Yes. and
Hala, this
the-
is you.
Yeah, that's me. And
Okay.
on the right, or sorry, on the left is mine too.
Yes, okay, Malik. Yes, this is one. He devoured everything on his plate. If I ever catch the rascal, I really wallop him.
Mr.
Good job. Yes.
Mr. You know she staggered over the sofa. It's me, not Mac.
This is what?
This sentence is mine. I'm the one who wrote.
Khalid, I mean?
Yes.
Okay,
I think
Khalid.
See.
Okay. Thank you, Khalid. Khalid. Thank you. And below the lines devoured their prey, Anas. My friend clutched the phone. My friend fumbled my hand. No, this sentence is incorrect, yeah, Anas. I walk with my father, work with my father reverently. This one is correct. Thank you. So number 2 needs to be corrected because the meaning is not clear. This one.
This one is mine.
Which one?
I wrote my name under it.
Okay. Okay, thank you for males. What about females? Messages are not enough. Hala? I managed to stagger the last few steps. Excellent. Thank you. If I ever catch, I really wallop. Okay, thank you. A reverent silence fell over the crowd. Okay, who is that?
Mine are blue.
Oh, your name? Alia. Yes, I corrected yours, Alia. Thank you. A reverent silence fell over the crowd. Unexpected blow didn't stagger his resolution. Yes.
Yeah, that's me.
This is Mike. Reverent silence.
Yeah, yes, that's me.
Okay. Thank you. Good job. So if I had the lines devour, Anas Ayman sent 3. Okay, thank you everybody, by the way. We'll teach you later a better way to use the website, by the way, because it includes how to record voices, which is somehow better than
Mister,
writing.
I heard the fourth one.
The 4th one, yeah, Anas. My sister devoured anyone who teaches her makeup. Okay, thank you, yeah, Anas. Good job. Okay, now I hope you understand the meaning of these words because you will be able to use them. You will find all of these words in the text we're about to read. So let's go back. Alia wrote everything already. Thank you, Alia. Okay, Habiba, Hala.
Yes.
I guess you didn't complete the task.
You mean the homework?
No, the task on the screen. I meant the vocabulary.
I'm sending the 3 sentences.
You finished or not yet?
Still for me 3 sentences. I'm sending it.
Quickly, please.
Yes.
Quickly, please. Akbar. And later, write all your answers in one message. You see how it is messy on the screen. One message. Okay, I used this website not to be messy. We can answer in the chat box. So please answer it as one message later. Okay? All of you, I'm talking to all of you, not each sentence in a different message, just one post, as if you post on Facebook.
This application, I make it bookmark or you will send us another link.
Malik, Anas, your mic is not fine.
Like Mister, this application, I make it in the bookmark or you will send us every day, every session link.
Yeah, for each session will be different link because each post has different link. Okay, let's go back to the reading task. You can finish, guys, after we finish this part, please. Okay, reading. One of the most fatal problems with the students. Okay, maybe not all of you, but maybe most of you has problems with reading, especially reading fiction. So how to deal with a text, especially a fiction text, before you answer the questions. During reading, we need to ask these questions to ourselves, but don't forget to annotate beside each paragraph What I mean by annotate, I mean to use or to write notes. Write what? Notes. While you read, always use notes. It's really, really helpful while reading. We'll teach you how to write these notes. Notes means just simple hints to help you go back to the information you need easily. Okay, what questions I should ask myself before I answer the questions? Number one, who is the narrator of the story? Who is telling the story? Okay, and I didn't mean here who is the writer or who is the author, because it's very different. Okay, I'm not asking here about who is the writer of the text or who is the author of the text. The narrator, who is telling the story. Okay, and it is regularly one of the characters in the text. Okay, the narrator is regularly one of the characters. Sometimes the narrator is the writer himself or the author himself, but mostly the narrator is one of the characters. So ask yourself, who is telling the story? Which character exactly is telling me the story? Next question. When and where the story took place. And this is what we named before when we studied the first session as what? The setting. Okay, the setting of the story. When the story happened in 2005 and where? At school. So ask yourself exactly when and where the story happened. 3, whose point of view is clear in the text? What I mean by whose point of view is clear in the text, I mean whose opinions appeared in the text. The story is being written from which one's opinion? My dad's opinion, my mom's opinion, my sister's opinion, or my personal opinions. So ask yourself from whose point of view the story is being told, which we named as first person, third person, and so on. Yes?
I don't understand this question.
3.
Yeah, 3.
Okay. I can write a story about Khalid, and I copied all Khalid's opinion. Okay? So the whole story focuses only on what Khalid thinks. What Khalid thinks. So here, the story is written from which character's point of view? Khalid, right?
Yes.
If Mustafa, which is the narrator, is writing the story of what he thinks, what he believes, how he feels. So the story is written from, oh, excuse me, guys.
Opinion.
Yeah, it's my personal of Mustafa, right?
Yes.
Yes, so this is personal, Mustafa.
Mister, but sometimes it's written from multiple point of view.
Yes, exactly. Sometimes. But for simple texts, it's mainly one point of view. For Khalid's opinion, if I'm talking about other people's opinion, the point of view is third person point of view. If the point of view is personal, I'm talking about my own experience, so this is first person point of view. We'll see now in the current text how we use the right point of view. 4, who are the characters? And here I'm not asking you about their names, Jack, Mark, Henry. No, I'm asking you about their role, because this is what matters. So ask yourself, if Jack is a teacher, Mark is an alien, somebody else is an officer, and so on. 5, what is the general atmosphere? Very, very important question. While you read, try hard to decide what is the mood of the text? What is the atmosphere of the text? Is it cheerful atmosphere? Is it hopeful? Is it scary? Or is it gloomy or adventurous? So decide while reading what is the mood or the general atmosphere of the text. Question 6. Is there any change in the text? This type of question is very necessary. Give it a greater consideration, please. What I mean by changing in the text, any change happens in the text from better to worse. The text started with a bright and hopeful atmosphere, but later an accident happened that changed the atmosphere into gloomy, dark, and disappointed atmosphere. This is change. Or vice versa. Maybe the opposite happens. The text starts with a darker atmosphere, but happiness prevailed the text at the end. So decide if the text led any change. The same question applied to the characters. What about your characters in the text? Did any character change? Sorry, with no D. Okay, did any character change from good to bad, good to evil, or from evil to good, or he stayed good from beginning to end, or stayed evil from beginning to end? So I hope these 7 questions are clear. It's very important to understand those 7 questions while reading the text. Practice more and more to make it easier to understand any fiction text. Apply what is on the screen, and I promise you will find no difficulty with texts later. Some different types of questions you will experience in the exam, okay? But before that, we need to read the text together. Okay, text 1. Where is text 1? Text 1. I sent a file in the group, which is lesson 3, that was supposedly to be taken last time. Okay, it's supposedly to be taken last time. So check the group. Just a moment, I can reshare it. Oh, lesson 2. Where is lesson 3? Yes, here it is. Okay, this is the lesson I mean. Text 1, reading. Yes, this text.
Mr. What we are going to do with it?
We'll read together the text. Okay.
Mr. Can I read?
Just a moment to find the text as well. I need to find the text. Help me find the text.
Oh,
يا مالك انت اخدت التكست ولا ايه؟ اهو.
can I read?
Mr. Can I read?
Okay, let's read together one by one. Start, yeah, Anas. This text, as you see here, he said this passage is taken from The Dragon Razor by Margaret Bateson Hell, and then answer the question, then the question paper. Read it, Anas.
Come on, Argon. Gonna Marcus complained impressively to herself as she looked up the pretty high street for her older brother. 5 o'clock on the side of the town hall. You said, so where are you? She threw her school bag into the bottom step and leaned against the wall. Argon was already later than they had agreed. It was already alright.
Thank you. Enough, yeah, Anas. Malik, complete, please. From here, he stopped.
Yeah, okay. Jonah looked up at the clock on the town hall to check the time. 5. If Aaron didn't come in 5 minutes, she'd go home without him. She stood staring up at the clock as if by staring she could make the giant hands move. Suddenly, a movement caught her eyes. Something on one of the status near the clock. There is a large pigeon.
Malik,
Yeah.
which line you are? I got distracted.
Okay, in the line, in the third paragraph, the first line.
We are still in the first paragraph, ya Malik, in the middle.
In the middle?
Yes, here, in the first paragraph.
Oh, okay. It was all right for him. He enjoyed his after-school football club, and he was always chosen to play in the team. Jonah wished she could find something she really liked to. She'd recently started going to basketball, but the only time she ever got chosen for the team were when they were short of players, and I'm as good as half the girls there. She told her mom, "Don't
Thank you.
worry." Oh,
No, enough, ya Malik, thank you. The first question we agreed to ask here, where the story happened? In which place the character is waiting?
So can I answer?
Okay, sure.
I think it's a high street with her brother.
Yes, it's in the street in the town hall. Exactly, in the town hall, okay? What are or who are the characters we have in this text now? Aaron,
her mom and her brother. Older
okay. And the girl,
And the
Joanna.
girls in
and her mom.
Okay, mom has no role to play here. It's just mentioned as an audience.
Okay.
Okay, so the main characters until now is Joanna and her brother.
Yeah.
Okay, if we want to describe Aaron based on what we read, Alia, you can use your mic.
yes.
Okay, how can we describe Aaron here? One word. What thing he's interested in?
Football.
Exactly, and he is described as successful one. He's sporty, right? Because here he said, Aaron, he enjoyed his after school football club, and
Football
he was always chosen to play in the team. It means he is successful and skillful enough to play, right? So he is sporty. What about Joanna as a character?
She really wants to find something that she also likes.
Okay, so she wanted to find something to be successful, same as her brother, right?
Like,
Yes.
she recently started going to the basketball.
Exactly. She joined basketball club to do something to be successful, same as her brother. Okay. Okay. Based on this paragraph, what about the atmosphere of the paragraph? Habiba,
You mean like it's sporty or
no. The atmosphere, I mean about the general feelings in this paragraph.
mm,
Especially regarding to Joanna.
she feels sad.
Exactly. Yeah. So in the first paragraph, there is a disappointment. Okay. Oh, sorry. Or let's say sadness. Or maybe hopelessness. Okay. What I'm doing now on the screen is what I asked you to do, to annotate while you read. Ask yourself questions while you read. Always. Never read randomly. And beside the paragraph, write your notes, same as I did here. Okay, now from posing these questions we answered together about the first paragraph, we'll be able to understand the rest of the text. Khalid, read paragraph 2.
Don't worry, next September, when you start secondary school, there will be loads of new clubs for you to try, had been her mother's rather unhelpful reply.
Yes,
Joanna-
so wait, this part of the line confirm that she is what? Very sad, okay,
Yes.
or even hopeless, because what her mother told her didn't relieve her, didn't make her feel comfortable. Okay, Khalid, go ahead.
Joanna looked up at the clock on the town hall to check the time. 5:10. If Aaron didn't come in 5 minutes, she would go home without him. She stood staring up at the clock as if by staring she could make the lion's hand move. Suddenly a movement caught her eye. Something on one of the status near the clock.
Thank you, Habiba. Okay,
Yeah.
Habiba, are you ready to read the next paragraph? Okay, wait. So here, there is something is about to happen beside the clock. Okay, because he said she is staring at the clock. Mainly, she is staring for what reason? Waiting for her brother, right? She is waiting for her brother. And while waiting, something is about to happen. Did we learn here what is about to happen? Huh? We didn't.
No.
Okay. Great. Read the next paragraph, Habiba. Oh, sorry, Habiba. Wait just a moment. Yes, read. Hi, Habiba. Next paragraph. Habiba.
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. There is a large pigeon, thought Jonah.
Pigeon.
Pigeon. Thought Jonah. She looked again, more carefully this time. It was far too big for a pigeon. What was it? And then all she could do was stare up at the clock tower in utter amazement. Crawling down the wall straight towards her was a small silver dragon.
Thank you. Alia.
Yes.
You will read the next paragraph, okay? So here in this paragraph, we could understand that what appeared beside the clock is what? The dragon that made her feel what? Amazed or surprised. How do we know? He said here in utter amazement. He means complete amazement. Continue, yeah, Alia.
Okay. The dragon stopped and looked at her identity with its bright eyes shining like two small bonfires. Joanna stared back. She could see herself reflected in the dark pupils, only instead of her school uniform, he seemed to be wearing a fitted leather jacket, the sort motorbike riders wear. The dragon's face was now so close that she could feel its hot breath on her cheeks.
Thank
She
you.
reached up.
Hala. Hala. Hala's not here.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Anas, complete again.
She reached up to touch it. Suddenly, felt like small silver bars were floating across the mind. Dragonflies They cried and were gone only to return brighter and faster. Now her head was spinning.
Spinning, sorry.
Spinning,
Mm.
and she had to lean against the walls of the town hall to stop herself falling. She looked up just in time to see a woman scoop the dragon up into the thick folder of a blanket. If it happened to so quickly that it took
Joanna.
Joanna a couple of seconds to realize that the woman with the blanket was already disappearing through a side door. Joanna ran after her, but at the same moment she heard her brother calling her.
Thank you. In this paragraph, there are two amazing incidents happened. What are they? Number one, in the first part of the paragraph, what description is given? The description of what?
Of the girl.
Mm.
She could see
Dragon.
herself reflected in the dark pupils.
Look at the first couple of
Dragon.
lines. Yeah,
Dragon.
he said here, the dragon stopped and looked at her intently with its bright eyes. So the description is for what?
Dragon.
Yeah, for the dragon. Shining like two small bonfires. What technique is used here?
Like a
This is simile.
simile.
Yes,
Like or as a simile.
he compared the eyes of the dragon as bonfires. She could see herself reflected in the dark pupils only instead of her school uniform. Then later, he told us about what? The woman, okay?
And was flying with was on the dragon, yes?
Sorry? The blanket.
The dragon flyer.
And the action of the blanket that the woman used to scoop or to drag or to capture the dragon. Okay, so now we learned that something interesting happened. Maybe there will be a fight. There is something unpredictable is about to happen in the next paragraph. Let's see. Khalid, read. Khalid,
Yes, Mister. Yes.
you read here. Joe.
Joe, wait. And Aaron came running up. Mr. Wentworth wanted to sort out the details for the match tomorrow. Guess who's captain? And then Matt and I needed to discuss tactics. Hey, Joanna, you're not listening. Are you all right? You look a bit funny.
Yes, who is talking here in this paragraph?
Uh, Aaron?
Yes, her brother,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Exactly. The speaker in this paragraph is her brother. Good job. Um, he's talking about what he's interested in only, which is what? Football,
Yes.
right? Yes, he's talking about football and the tactics he is required to use in the next match. He's not caring about his sister's waiting. He's not caring about his lack of interest about his sister. Okay. Oh, it's not section one. Okay. Finally, the last paragraph. Just a moment to open the last paragraph. Give me just a moment. Yes, okay. In this paragraph, we mentioned that he is talking to his sister, okay, about what's about to happen to him in his matches. Next. Alia, read the next paragraph.
Okay. As I walked home, all Joanna could think
No, I don't. The paragraph before, here.
Oh, I feel a bit strange, replied Joanna, adding silently, you might too if you just discovered a dragon waiting for you, because she was sure it had been waiting for her. As I
Continue.
walked home, all Joanna could think of was the dragon's face and its round fiery eyes. But however amazing, there was no way she was going to tell Aaron what she had seen. If she said she'd seen a dragon crawling down the wall of the town hall, he'd either laugh at her or worse, we want to hang around to see for himself. And she certainly didn't want that. This was her secret and one she needed to think about before she told anyone. Luckily, Aaron was still wrapped up in all the details of his football match, and he wasn't paying much attention. They walked slowly up the road together.
Thank you. This paragraph showed us what? The relation between the brother and sister. Okay? Who can identify the relation between sister and brother here?
Mister,
Yes?
I think the relationship is kind of silly and they're not close to each other. They don't talk.
Yes. Good job. It's not friendly enough.
Yes.
Exactly. So their relation sounds to be what? Unfriendly, or let's say there is lack of interest. So no interest between the brother and his sister. This lack of interest comes from the side of the brother, not from the sister. Okay? Good job. Um, do you think the atmosphere of the story led any change? We agreed we need to ask ourselves some questions. What about the atmosphere of the story? It started with Joanna, which is very sad. Okay. And then she was very interested and surprised about the event of the dragon. She was very interested about it. Okay. And finally, also, Joanna found something interesting to do. That was from the very beginning. She was looking for something interesting for her to do. And now she found herself. She found the interest. Oh, she found the interesting thing that she need to do, same as her brother. Okay, so there is a change for the events, the general atmosphere of the passage. There is a change of her emotions or her ambitions, but for her brother Aaron, there is no change. He stayed um, careless about his sister's emotions from the beginning to end. All what he is interested in is his football matches. Okay, fine. Now we finished the text. So let's go back to identify the type of questions you will encounter. One type of questions is to retrieve information from a text. And this is the easiest one to do because retrieve information, it means you just find information from the text. Okay. So number one, all what you will do is what? Find information. It means the information is already in the text. You won't do anything except you copy it from the text. This is the opening paragraph. And here is the form of a question. Where is Joanna? At the beginning of the passage. Here are some options. Habiba, walking along the street, in front of the town hall, at the football stadium, or outside school.
Choose from them.
Yes, select one of them.
Walking along the high street.
Mm. Okay, in the first part, he said here, Joanna Morris complained impatiently to herself as she looked up the busy high street for her older brother. For 5 o'clock, on the steps of the town hall. So, what is the specific place in the high street?
In front of the town hall.
Yes, exactly. So here is a tricky part. He gave you two places, High Street and the town hall. But the town hall is the correct option because it is the specific place they are standing. Okay, from where I got the answer from the text directly. This is one type of questions. You don't need to do anything except copying the answer from the text. Another question is making inferences. Making inference means you need to guess based on the information in front of you. So in this type of question, you will need to think and you will need to tell me what you understand. Okay? So you must understand what is written to answer. For example, here, this is a part of the text. The dragon stopped and looked at her intently, with its bright eyes shining like two small bonfires. The word intently here, he's asking you about what does the word intently tell us about the dragon? Hmm.
Mr. Connect?
Let's first think about how to answer it. The question is not asking me about the meaning of the word. Okay, so if you give the meaning, your answer is incorrect. The question is asking you about what? This word told you what about the dragon. So your answer should be directly addressing the dragon looking at her intently. Intently means purposefully. Okay? When somebody does something on purpose. On purpose means he intend. This is the same meaning. Intend or intention. Okay? So if the dragon is looking at the girl with intention, looking at her with his bright eyes shining. So what do you think this tell you about the dragon?
Can I ask?
Khalid.
I think it tells me that the dragon has evil intentions and is savage.
Good job. Maybe he is severe enough or he's intending to attack her. Okay. So this word, when you say something
Mr.
happened
Or he's concentrating on the girl. Or
on the girl, so
Yeah.
maybe he is directing towards the girl.
Yes.
Okay, or advancing towards the girl. Good job. So we have here two suggestions. Maybe he is planning to attacking her, or he may be advancing towards her, right? Good job. This answer is not existed in the text, right? You will never find this answer in the text, but it depends on what? It depends on how you understand it. You should think. For this reason, we said what? Guess. So
Mister,
this, yes,
can you write the answer? Yeah, write it on. On the board?
Yeah, I wrote here attacking her or advancing towards her. Okay. So this is a different type of question. So some question comes directly from the text. Other questions depends on your understanding. If you copied any line from the paragraph, your answer will be wrong. Okay? Another question. And this part is already also copied directly from the text. Find evidence from the text. A question asks you to find quotation. We name it as what? Quotation, or let's say quote. Quotation or quote means you use part of the text. Part of the text as an answer. So all what you will do is to copy the answer from the text. But the quotation you will use must be relevant to the answer. This is a question. Give a quotation from the passage which shows, pay attention to the text. The quotation you should identify doing what? Shows Joanna was not frightened by the dragon during the meeting. So we need now to identify that Joanna was not frightened. All what you will do, find any sentence from the text. This sentence must show that Joanna is not frightened. So I mean here, the quotation you will write, anybody read it will understand what? That she is not frightened. Okay?
Mister, I found it.
Okay, that's excuse me, that she is not what? She is not
Right.
frightened. Look at this paragraph. The answer is in this text. Find it.
Mister, I
Can
found
I
it.
answer?
Huh?
Mister, I found it.
Can I answer?
Let's think first. Where is the exact answer about Joanna was not afraid, okay, from the dragon? Who can answer?
Me.
Can I, Hala?
Okay, Hala, start.
Okay. She reached up to touch it.
Excellent. She reached up to touch it. This is one quotation. So your answer will be only like this. She reached up to touch it. There is still another quotation we can write.
Can I know?
Mister, I know it.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Anas?
Like park where looking through
Sorry, Anas, I can't hear you.
flyer, dragon for a flyer.
Dragon flyer. So we copy this part.
Yeah.
No.
No, Mister, I know it. I know it.
Yalla ya Malik.
Jonas steered back.
Yes, exactly. Stare back. Stare back means she is eager to look at it. When you stare at something, it means you look at something interestingly. You're opening your eyes. You want to watch. Okay? This is this easy answer. There is nothing different except to understand the quotation. The part Anas mentioned dragon flyer. I told you the quotation you pick from the text should show the answer of the question. Anybody reads this quotation understands that this is an answer. Okay, if we read dragon flyer, how can I understand that Joanna is not afraid when I read this part? Surely we don't. Okay, so I need a part from the text that shows me this. Joanna was not frightened. So please be accurate when you pick quotations. Okay, she reached up to touch it, and Joanna stared back. Good job. Look at this question. Which two things are compared in these sentences? Here, she reached up to touch it. Suddenly, thoughts like small silver sparks were flickering across her mind. Dragonfly, they cried, and were gone, only to return brighter and faster. The question here asks you to identify what are the two things that are compared to each other.
Mr. I know.
Again, the question asked me what is compared to what? Okay?
Mister, can I answer?
Mr.
Okay,
can I
just
note?
what are the two things here? We compare them together. One,
Can I?
okay?
Here, like silver spark and bright.
What and
Brighter.
what?
Silver spark,
Yes,
or and brighter.
and
Brighter.
brighter. No, no.
Mister, can I say it?
يلا يا خالد.
Sparks and thoughts.
Yes, exactly. The silver sparks is compared to what? To thoughts. How do we know? With the simile. He said here thoughts like small silver sparks were flickering. So this is a simile. So why we studied the simile? To identify the comparison. What is being compared here? So this technique is what? Simile. He said that thoughts appeared as small silver sparks. So this is the comparison. Okay, so he compared the sparks to the thoughts. Okay, another question asking you about a word meaning or a phrase meaning from the text. So you will find the meaning in the text and you need to identify its meaning. Look here. Number one, he said, which verb in the fifth paragraph, which is the paragraph on the screen, okay, shows that the woman took the dragon quickly. So we need to find word in the text.
Mister, can
Okay.
I know. I saw it.
I know the answer.
If
Can I answer?
who is that?
I'm Hala.
Okay, hello.
Scope.
Yes, good job. The word is what? Scoop. Scoop means to grab or to take something strongly or fiercely. So here, pay attention to the form of the question. The question asked you to do what? Find a verb. Find a verb. It means if you give me a noun, your answer is incorrect. If you give me an adjective, the answer is incorrect. Only I need what? A verb. So please, please, please be strict when you answer. Okay? Understand what exactly the question is asked you. Ask you about a word, give word. Two words, so it's two words. A phrase, so give me one phrase. Complete sentence, so give me complete sentence, okay? Stick to the question. Fine. There is a word in paragraph 6 and another word in paragraph 7 which can mean the same. Write the two words. Here is paragraph 6, the first paragraph, and there is paragraph 7, the second paragraph. There is a word in each paragraph that can mean the same. يلا يا مالك.
حاضر مستر بطلعها.
Think about the answer, guys. Everybody think about it.
I found it.
مالك.
No, it's Khalid.
خالد. wait يا خالد. By the way, it's
No, I know.
Hmm. Okay.
It's not listening and silently.
Not and what?
Not listening and silently.
No. Not listening, somebody doesn't care. Silently, somebody's not talking. How they are similar?
Can I try?
Alia. Hi Alia, you're there? Habiba.
Yes, I'm thinking.
Okay. Khalid.
Yes, Mister.
Hmm.
I think it's bit funny and bit strange.
Good job. Both words. Bit funny and a bit strange. Okay. Hey, look at the word here. He said,
Mister,
are you all right? Are you all right? You look a bit funny. Funny here, he doesn't mean that she is urging laughter or make somebody laugh. He means look funny like something different than regular. Okay? Which have the same meaning as what? I feel a bit strange because this is not her nature. This is not her personality. Okay? So he used here, you looked a bit funny. He means like not regular, not as I always see you. And she see about herself also, I felt a bit strange. Okay? So also think about the answer. When Malik said not listening and silent. Not listening and silent. How they are similar in meaning. Always ask yourself, analyze before you answer. Criticize your answer. Comment. If somebody told you this answer, think about what he said. Silently, it means I closed my mouth. The word of mouth is silent. So I won't talk. But is not listening, it means I don't care about what you say. Okay? What sort of boy is Aaron? Look at this two-part questions. Sometimes questions in the text contains two parts, A and B, or part of the question and another part. So you must answer both part of the question. Both part of the question must be related to each other because they are not separate questions. Especially any question that asks you to say blah, 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 and why. So don't answer the first part and ignore or neglect the second part, which is why. You must answer them both. Okay, so he's asked you, what do you think of Aaron as a character? You will say, he is careless. Then the second part of the question, and why? So you must give a reason. Don't ignore any part of the question. Here in this part, A and B, he said, write one phrase in your own words. Look at this word. In your own words, he means don't copy from the text. Okay? Again, warning, pay attention. If the question asked you to use your own words, it means you must paraphrase the phrase from the text using your own words. First part of the question here, write one phrase in your own words describing what sort of boy is Aaron. He means here he wants you to comment on his character. And we already commented on his character in the beginning.
Yes.
Anas, what do you think Aaron is? What sort of character he is?
Mr. Aaron is careless because when his sister like saw the dragon, she was a little bit strange, and he told her you're a little bit funny.
Look يا Anas, your answer is inaccurate. Okay, you said firstly careless. First of all, I didn't ask you why. I ask you only what sort of character is Aaron in one phrase. It means your answer should be 2 or 3 words only. Okay?
He
Listen,
famous.
listen please first. Listen before you answer, to answer correctly. The question asked you to do what? One phrase. One phrase means part of a sentence. Part of what? Of a sentence. So it means your answer may be 1, 2, 3 words, not complete sentence. Then, so you said careless, correct. The second part of a question didn't ask you about why, to say because 1, 2, 3. The second part of the question asked what? Give a quotation from the passage. It means you will find apart from the text that shows he is careless. Don't give a reason from your own. The reason you gave to us is using your own words based on your understanding, and it's incorrect. Even if it's correct, it's still incorrect. ليه? Because we said stick to the question. Do exactly what the question is asking you. Okay?
So it is not careless?
No. Say he's careless. I mean, give a quotation from the text. Shows he's careless.
Sir, so can I answer?
Anas, you understand what I mean now? You understand me?
Yeah, like
Good job.
say like a part of my own, like a part of the paragraph on and the
Good job. Good job. You would find apart from the text shows he is careless. If you said something different from careless, so you must also find copy part of the text shows he is 1, 2, 3. Let's see these answers. Number 1.
Sir, okay.
Okay, Malik, tell me what's your answer.
Okay. He's careless. That's the first part.
Mhm.
The second part, he said in the last paragraph that he would either laugh at her or worse.
Just a moment. In the last paragraph, he said,
Yes. He would either laugh at her or worse.
and also the last line, he said he wasn't paying
Paying
much
attention,
attention. Okay, good job. Thank you. Also, look at the answer here. We can say his character is unreliable or irresponsible. Okay? Irresponsible means he's not responsible about his actions because his sister was still waiting him for so long. He didn't care about her waiting. Okay? Here, quotation from the text. This is a quote. Aaron was always later than they had agreed. This part is exactly in the text. So quotation is always copied from the text. And here is your own phrase. Okay? Unreliable or irresponsible. From where I know that? He said Aaron was always later than they had agreed. I can also say that Aaron is enthusiastic. Enthusiastic means very interested about what he likes. Eager, okay? Passionate. Okay. How do I know that he is enthusiastic or interested in what he likes? He said here, Aaron was still so wrapped up in all the details of his football match that he wasn't paying her much attention. And also he said, Matt and I needed to discuss tactics. It means he is totally involved in football. Another way, I can say he is sporty. From where I know, when he said here, he was always chosen to play in the team. So now I can judge what sort of character Aaron is. I hope answers are clear. You understand
Yes.
how to follow instructions of the question very accurately. I repeat, please, if the question asked you to give a reason, for